Jonathan Chait, political analyst and writer for the New York Magazine, put out a column this week where he talked about the kind of ironic situation that Donald Trump is in. And here is that ironic situation. And it is that the crazier Donald Trump gets, the worse his campaign does. And the worse his campaign does, the crazier Donald Trump gets. So Donald Trump, as Chait points out, and I've explained this too in recent segments, is in this self-perpetuating cycle of being insane, and his insanity hurts his campaign, which makes him more insane, which hurts the campaign more. He is stuck in this endless loop that he cannot get himself out of. But here is what Chait said in his column this week. When Trump was ahead, he was capable of making rational choices that allowed him to maintain his lead. Now that his lead is gone, so is his willingness to do things that enable him to win. He was largely heeding the advice of his campaign team and acting relatively normal, which is to say far from normal, but much closer to it than his usual performance. He stopped heeding the good advice his advisors are desperate for him to accept, but Trump doesn't want to heed this advice. He has been consumed by a mix of envy at Harris's popularity and grievance at his own displacement. Trump began claiming wildly that Harris's large crowds have actually been an elaborate hoax concocted through artificial intelligence. It confirms, once again, that he is completely demented. Losing campaigns often identify their failures and make a course correction. Trump's campaign is instead spiraling into a mental breakdown. And I could not agree more with what Mr. Chait says in this column. With the exception of Trump was able to make rational choices when he was up against Biden. No, he wasn't. It's just that President Biden and his, slowing down mentally, because yes, he is, that actually sucked up a lot of the media's oxygen. So they didn't give Donald Trump's cognitive issues, which I still believe are far worse than anything Biden is suffering from. They didn't pay attention to Trump because they were too busy talking about Biden's issues, because that's what the media does, because God forbid it look like we're attacking Trump and not attacking Biden too. It's idiotic. But the media did that. They do this to themselves. Now you don't have Biden to go after. Now you've got to deal with the reality of this mentally ill, convicted felon that doesn't want to listen to the people who are smarter than him. And that's always been Donald Trump's problem. It was his problem when he was in the White House. He started off not with good people, but then General John Kelly came in as the new chief of staff a couple months into office. Remember, we were all told at the time, Kelly was going to be the adult in the room. And Kelly tried. Kelly was smart. Kelly failed because Trump refused to listen to him because Trump is jealous of other people being smarter than he is. So Kelly had to go. Was replaced with yes men. Same thing with Jeff Sessions. Jeff Sessions, as much as I despise the guy, wasn't a complete and total moron, but he didn't do everything Trump wanted him to do, so Sessions had to go as Attorney General. In comes Bill Barr. Bill Barr did whatever Trump wanted him to do until it came time to overturn the election, so Bill Barr leaves. Gets replaced by somebody Trump thought would work out, he just didn't have enough time to do it. But every time somebody smarter than Trump gives a little bit of pushback, they're gone. And the people that are now working for his campaign see that. They know that from his history. So even though they know he is making all the wrong choices and they make suggestions like, we could do this, Trump doesn't want to do it. He doesn't want to hear it. And they don't push back because they don't want to be fired. So when they offer good advice and Donald Trump doesn't take it, they just zip it, flick it, and done. They don't want to rock the boat. But by not rocking the boat, they're instead going down with the ship. And I don't know which one is worse, right? Maybe you should just quit and save yourself, or be the band on the Titanic and just keep playing until it sinks underwater. Not exactly a noble ending like it was for those musicians on the Titanic, but it is what's happening. Donald Trump's mental health is going down the drain. His campaign is going down there with it. And the two are interconnected. And the worse one gets, the worse the other does. continuously dragging the other one even further down. Hi everyone, this here is little Athena, and Athena would like to know why you haven't subscribed to Fair and Balanced yet, so please, don't let Athena down. Subscribe today.